stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Citi News.
It's midday. Hello, good afternoon to you and welcome to the Citi Prime News on 97.3 Citi FM. The news is live from our studios at number 11 Dr. Martin Loop in at Dabraka, Accra. It's also live around the world on citinewsroom.com. I am Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Coming up, National Security Operatives withdraw intended search of home of Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP, Bernard Enchi Boisiako. Meanwhile, MP for Nshiayeso, Stephen Amoa, describes the action of the security officers as primitive.
I think it is unfortunate, very primitive, outmoded. It is colloquial. It is something that we shouldn't accept in the 21st century.
Also coming up.
Please, why are you sending him?
Recording. I want to know where I'm going. Don't think that you are.
Dozens of NPP sympathizers storm NIB office at Kalkudi in Accra following the arrest of youth activist and former parliamentary candidate for Adentan for the NPP, Alfred Ababiokumi. This afternoon we hear from the party who have described the action as unlawful.
The due process must be followed. And I'm calling on the media, I'm calling on the civil society organizations, I'm calling on the diplomatic community to condemn this unlawful barbaric act by the state institution.
Still ahead, death toll in Sunday's flat in Accra rises to 5 after an assessment by NADMO.
Listen to weather warning information, weather information. We advise that we should comply because every act of compliance is disaster risk reduction.
And later, police intensify security at Jaze community in Winneba following death of UEW lecturer Professor Amadeke. A suspect is put before court today. All that and more on Citi Prime News, which is live on all affiliates across the 16 regions of the country. In the Western region, we are live on Premier FM 100.5 and Beach FM 105.5, both in Takoradi. Bono region, Greener FM 95.9 in Sunyain. Ashanti region, Orange FM 107.9 in Kumasi. Volta region, we are live on Holy FM 98.5 in Aplao. Northern region, Dasuma FM 99.1 in Yendi. Upper East, Word FM 88.3 in Zuarungu. Upper West, we are live on Bugli Radio 88.6 in Wa.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Updates you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
I don't want to handcuff.
Please, why are you sending him?
Bring him and stand up. No, come.
No, why are you sending him?
Disrespect.
Please, why are you sending him? Why are you sending him?
She has to record so that they know.
Why are you sending him?
I don't know what I'm doing. You told me at CID.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let me record it. Record it. Record it. Record it. I want to know where I'm going.
You
told me that you are
Let's go.
I can drive. Maybe my man's driving.
We are professionals. We are not here to harm anybody. You are equally on camera, okay? We don't want any issues, okay? We are taking you to the DNA quarters, okay?
So those were some sounds and scenes from the home of the former NPP parliamentary candidate for Adantan constituency, Alfred Ababiokumi, who we understand is currently in the custody of the National Intelligence Bureau office in Kalkudi here in Accra following his arrests at his residence earlier today. My colleague Charles Osukume is currently at the presence of the National Signals Bureau and joins us live via telephone. Charles, good afternoon to you. Thank you for your time. What more do we know about the arrest of Alfred Ababiokumi?
Well, we know that he was picked up in the wee hours of this morning and has been brought to the Kalkudi office of the National Investigations Bureau. I just spoke to his lawyer, who tells me he's not been told the reasons for which Ababio was picked up this morning. The officers have told him that they are now taking his statement, and he's calm about it. He says that eventually they will find out the reasons why he was picked up this morning. But he mentioned that he didn't like the way he appeared, wearing shorts and just generally his general appearance, but he's in good spirits and is presently doing well. So outside the Kalkudi office, there are a few, supporters of the NPP station here in solidarity of their colleague Ababiokumi. There are also military officers, NIB officials also stationed here. Now, ordinarily you would have quite a number of people here when some of these arrests are effected, but I can say that the number of NPP supporters here can count less than 20. So I would want to engage the former regional youth organizer of the party here in the Greater Accra region and find out why the few numbers. I mean, usually when something like this happens, you'd have your people mass up. Is this an indication of a disenchanted party base?
Oh, no. Thank you very much. I don't think what you are saying, because we just had a call that they have picked one of our boys and then so we have to come and see what exactly is going on. We came here, he's there, sitting down, they say he has done something. So we are waiting for the investigation. And they direct us to go to the head office. So I went there with the general secretary, with the lawyer for our part. So they are working on the past. Then we'll go inside, we'll see how it is. So I don't think this is about fight. It's just they have come to pick people when they will see him. And also, they say when the investigator comes, they will write a statement. So we are waiting on that. If about the numbers, they can pull over 5,000 numbers here.
Well, these arrests have become quite frequent. There was Daku. We're told that there are officers of the national security at Chairman Wunsumi's house. What do you make of these things currently ongoing with your party and national?
Well, thank you very much. I also just heard there are some national security personnel at Chairman Wunsumi's residence, which I think is very bad. We have to condemn it. The media must also come on board to condemn certain things that is not correct. That is why we are preaching that His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, is trying to spoil our democracy. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because the judiciary is trying to ban the judiciary. You could see they have set a committee to impeach, and they have suspended a CG, which I don't know what she has done. You go to the military side, Ghana Armed Forces, they have changed about 15 people at the top. It's trying to ban the peace and the law that we have in this country.
All right, thank you very much. That was Moses Abo, the former regional youth organizer of the NPP here in Accra. So the general secretary of the party was here earlier. We're told that he went to the head office to get clearance to be able to come see Ababiokumi, but he hasn't since returned. So the situation here, is that Ababio is in there. His lawyer is with him. There are some party supporters here stationed also outside here at the moment.
Very well, grateful for your time. Charles Osukume is my colleague here at 97.3 Citi FM and Channel 1 TV. Meanwhile, Clement Opoku Jemfi, lawyer for Alfred Ababiokumi, says he has been granted access to his client and is awaiting details on the reason for his detention.
I've been given access to him. I went in there, I saw him. It's okay, except that ordinarily a married man, a family person, shouldn't come out in shorts, that nature of shorts and his outlook. I didn't like it, but he's okay. He's pretty fine. I've spoken to him. He's in good condition from my perspective. And so, let's see. I've had access to him yet.
Have you been told why he was picked up?
Not yet. I can't speak to the facts. I don't know why he was picked up. But all I know is that he's there. He's in the custody of the NIB.
You are his counsel. You've not been told why he's been picked up. Is that not worrying?
I asked, and then they said they are about taking his statement. So we don't want to rush the system. I mean, whatever the case is, the law is the law. Okay. It's applicable. So let's wait. Let's give some time. 2:00. Let's see what happens.
Clement Opoku-Gyamfi is lawyer for Alfred Ababio Kumi. Meanwhile, the General Secretary of the NPP, Justin Frimpong Kodie, has strongly condemned the arrest of Mr. Kumi, popularly known as Adenta Kumi. In an interview with Citi News, Justin Kodie described the incident as an affront to Ghana's democracy.
As it stands now, we don't even know the reasons why Adenta Kumi has been picked. In the morning, he called me that some armed men were in front of his house. And I told him to stay within the house and wait for me to come to the house. On my way to the house, the wife called me that the armed men, the way and manner in which they were knocking at the doors, banging at the doors, Adenta Kumi came out himself and wanted to find out what was happening. And he told him that they are taking him to NIB office. He even demanded for a warrant, which, according to the wife, they didn't provide any warrant. So, in the midst of all this confusion, a string number called the wife and told the wife that he's being sent to the NIB office at Alkudi. So, after I left the house, I also drove towards the Alkudi office. And when I got there, they told me that they cannot allow me to see him and that I have to get clearance from the NIB office, the one closer to the immigration office. So I went there. And in fact, when I got there, I filled all the necessary documentation for me to get the clearance together with his lawyer to have access to Adenta Kumi, only for them to tell me that the person who is supposed to give the clearance has gone to Kaswa. And therefore, until he comes, we are unable to see Adenta Kumi. So that's where we are now. So now we don't even know why they are holding him, why they are detaining him, and they are also not communicated any reasons why, and are also denying us access to see him. So his lawyer and my good self have been denied access, and they said the man has gone to Kaswa and will return around 2:00. So we want to wait and see whether 2:00 indeed the person would have returned. Then we take it from there.
Do you suspect that he being picked up is linked to his petition to the presidency with regards to the ongoing probe against the Chief Justice?
Well, certainly. Until the NIB comes out if a different reason. Because that is what we all know, that he has petitioned the president this week, and he's even yet to receive acknowledgement of it, and even let alone for him to be invited. Either than that, we wouldn't know the reason. And whatever reason they may have, whether it is linked to the petition or whether it's linked to any other matter, he still has a fundamental human right. His human right has been abused. But that is not a way to arrest and detain a person. Actually, the due process must be followed. And I'm calling on the media, I'm calling on the civil society organization, I'm calling on the diplomatic community to condemn this unlawful, barbaric act by the state institution.
General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Justin Frimpong Kodie. This is still the City Prime News on 97.3 Citi FM. I am Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Still to come, National Security Operatives withdraw intended search of home of Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP, Bernard Intwi Boisiako, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi. We have details coming up shortly. Please stay with us.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Calling all farmers, agribusinesses, and innovators, this is your chance to shine. Channel One TV invites you to exhibit at AgriFair 2025, one of Ghana's largest agriculture exhibitions. From Friday 20th to Sunday the 22nd of June, the A4 Sutherland Children's Park in Accra will come alive with the very best from Ghana's agribusiness sector. Are you a farmer with fresh produce of any kind? Be it crops, livestock or poultry, fisheries or aquaculture, or you're a supplier of agro inputs and processing machinery? This is your platform to connect with the world. AgriFair 2025 is more than an exhibition. Showcase your fresh produce, share your expertise and experience, and grow your business. So, to all farmers with fresh produce, livestock or poultry, fisheries or aquaculture products, come, sell, network, and expand your business. AgriFair 2025, where culture meets innovation. Register now to secure your spot. Call us on 0205 973 973. Come one, come all. Enjoy the freshest farm produce at unbeatable prices. And treat yourself to sizzling kebabs made from beef, mutton, pork, chicken, and more. Great taste, great value. Don't miss out. The AgriFair 2025 is powered by Channel One TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and is proudly sponsored by Exim Bank, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, and Development Bank Ghana.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
You're welcome back. Some armed police and national security operatives who stormed the Durban residence of the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Bernard Nchi Boisiako, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, have withdrawn following a directive from their superiors. The team, made up of about 20 operatives, surrounded Mr. Nchi Boisiako's residence earlier today, demanding to conduct a search. Tensions rose as NPP supporters massed up at the scene, resulting in some confrontations. The MP for Nshiayeso, Dr. Stephen Amoah, condemned the operation, describing it as primitive and undemocratic.
We from the New Patriotic Party will not tolerate and agree, and we don't want to be pushed. That is the advice we want to give them. They are making a lot of mistakes. Yeah. We want to cooperate with them. Ghanaians voted massively for the president, and we support his leadership. But if they don't accept the fact that we also have what it takes to defend our rights, but they will continue to do this without eschewing any form of dysfunctional behaviors that are jeopardizing and destroying and undermining the very peace and the very tranquility and the very rule of laws that we want to abide with, so we can live together in the same house, the same community. We will advise ourselves.
In one word, how will you describe what happened this morning?
I think it is unfortunate, very primitive, outmoded. It is colloquial. It is something that we shouldn't accept in the 21st century. It is very disgraceful. It is bad. Any democratic dispensation will not want to witness this. And Ghana is being dragged into disrepute. Our democracy is being touched. Our peaceful nature is being destroyed. Our coexistence is being not adhered to. And we feel like we are now going back to the military rule. It is very unfortunate.
You heard MP for Nshiayeso, Dr. Stephen Amoah, speaking to my colleague Hafiz Tijani, who joins us live via telephone. Hafiz, good afternoon to you. Thank you for your time. What's the current situation at the Durban home of Chairman Wontumi?
Well, after the operative withdrew from the operations, the party supporters and some party executives, as well as some lawyers of Chairman Wontumi, were still here. Some of them are now dispersing. So we just spoke to the lawyer of Chairman Wontumi, and he says he's still engaging with his client, and he is making arrangements, or they are making arrangements to honor the invitation of the police. So I asked him of the location, whether it was going to be in Kumasi or Accra. That he's not able to say. He says that they are ready to meet the police and also honor this invitation. And Chairman Wontumi is prepared to give out any information they are seeking from him. And they are not so happy about what happened this morning. They could have done it in a very calm manner, not coming to his house, sort of harass him and also create tension. But a few of the party members are still here,
Chairman Untumi, we understand, is inside, but the place is calm now.
Grateful for your time, Hafiz Tijani, as our bureau chief for the Middle Belt, speaking to us on the earlier raid or earlier internet search by National Security at the home of the NPP Ashanti Regional Chairman Bernard Inchi Boesiako, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi. Let's now head to the Central Region, where the Winneba Divisional Police Command has intensified security in Jazi in the Futu municipality following the killing of a retired university lecturer. A suspect arrested in connection with the incident is expected to be arraigned today. The body of Professor Amadeke Maudem Koku, a retired lecturer at the University of Education Winneba, was exhumed from his backyard yesterday by the police. He lived alone at his residence in Jazi. The discovery followed investigations into his disappearance, which was reported by a colleague. The Winneba Divisional Police Commander ACP Ibrahim Opoku told Citi News that security has been stepped up in the area.
Investigation is still ongoing. Some arrests have been made, and we are assuring the public that in due course they will be briefed, and whatever is supposed to be done will be done. The regional police commander himself was just here with his team. The Inspector General of Police is fully aware, and the public will not be denied of any useful information with regards to the case.
Apologies for that. Let's move away from that. And the National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO, says 5 persons have so far been confirmed dead in the recent flooding in the Ga East and Adentan municipalities. The organization is calling for intensified public sensitization on the dangers of flooding and the need for preventive measures. Speaking on Channel 1 TV's Breakfast Daily, Director of Inspectorate at NADMO, Richard Amo-Iyate, urged landowners to comply with building regulations to help reduce the risk of flooding in communities.
Our records indicate that 5 lives were lost, 3 in the Ga East municipality and 2 in Adenta municipality. It's so unfortunate. But then it also tells us that we need to intensify our education, because some of the deaths could have been avoided due to maybe a lack of understanding of the future. So we need to intensify education in our communities, and then also advise citizens to listen to weather warning information, weather information. We advise that we should comply, because every act of compliance is disaster risk reduction. For example, if you comply with the national building regulations, you are reducing the risk of your building collapsing, your building being flooded. So it's disaster risk reduction.
Richard Amo-Iyate is Director of Inspectorate at NADMO. 4 new cases of monkeypox have been confirmed in Ghana, bringing the total number of recorded cases to 8 in the Greater Accra and Western regions. The Ghana Health Service says it has activated a swift response and is currently investigating 100 suspected cases across all 16 regions. Deputy Director of Surveillance at the service, Dr. Dennis Odai-Laye, speaking on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV, assured the public of efforts to contain the spread.
So we've had over 100 suspected cases, and it's out of this number that 8 have been confirmed.
Across the country?
Across the country. So currently it's just 2 regions.
Okay.
The Greater Accra region and the Western region. So 4 of the current, and then the Western region also has 4. It's still evidence we're gathering based on the cases we reported. But as I mentioned earlier on, it's something we are always on the lookout for. All the 16 regions have suspected cases. It can also be spread like we experienced for COVID. There's some evidence. You can actually get infected if you're talking face to face with a person. The virus has been found in droplets. Wow. So when a person is talking to you and is infected, a person can also get infected.
Dr. Laye also highlighted the need for laboratory testing due to the similarities in symptoms between chickenpox and mpox.
Mpox looks like other diseases. Okay. Chickenpox, for example, the names rhyming. So
yeah, chicken pox,
it doesn't mpox. Yes. So we do have, and there's no way to tell, especially to the untrained eye, which one is chicken pox and which one is mpox. And so that's why the laboratory testing is very important.
Deputy Director of Surveillance for the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Dennis Odai Laye. The Ministry of Education has directed the Ghana Education Service to work with its council to initiate immediate interventions to tackle the increasing indiscipline in senior high schools. This comes after the National Association of Graduate Teachers, NAGRAT, issued a stern ultimatum to the Ghana Education Service demanding immediate reforms to tackle increasing violence and indiscipline in senior high schools. The association is calling for the announcement of tough disciplinary powers by May 31, or it will be forced to take unspecified action to protect teachers. Here is Deputy Minister of Education, Dr. Clement Apak, speaking to Citi News on the matter.
The Minister has directed the Director General of Education to work with the Ghana Education Service Council to provide immediate additional interventions towards addressing this canker, which clearly doesn't augur well for teaching and learning, even as we look forward to implementing recommendations as captured in the yet to be published report of the National Education Forum.
Is corporal punishment something that the ministry would consider reintroducing to ensure that we keep in discipline in the schools?
That is why we have the Ghana Education Service Council, and that is why we have the Director General of the Ghana Education Service. So he has directed the Director General to work with the council, and the council has representation from all key stakeholders, including the teachers and the headmasters, civil society, and all key stakeholders. So we would not make an immediate pronouncement as to whether corporal punishment should be one of the interventions until we see what is going to come out of the interaction between the Director General and the Council.
Deputy Minister of Education, Dr. Clement Apak. Now, power is yet to be restored to Obuasi and neighboring communities following a fire outbreak at the Ghana Grid Company's substation, which led to a transformer explosion and the destruction of power infrastructure serving the area. In an interview with Citi News, the Public Relations Officer for the ECG Ashanti West, Benjamin Obin-Enchi, stated that GridCo officials have assured that power will be restored by close of day today.
Because the problem is at the GridCo end, not ECG end. ECG is relying on the information that GridCo gives to us. So what GridCo has told us is that they are seriously to salvage one of the transformers so that we will to restore power supply. We in ECG, we are on standby. Once GridCo rectifies the challenge at their end, we will to distribute power supply to our cherished customers. The assignment that GridCo has given to us is that hopefully today, like I said, it's a machine that we are working with. So whatever happens, though GridCo has told us by close of day today, we only rely on what GridCo will do. So though GridCo has mentioned today, if GridCo finishes the work today, ECG will to distribute power to our customers. If GridCo is unable to finish today and then they finish tomorrow, whenever they finish, ECG is ready to evacuate power and then distribute to our cherished customers.
Public Relations Officer for the ECG Ashanti West, Benjamin Obin-Enchi. The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources has charged the newly constituted Eastern Regional Land Commission Board to investigate the unauthorized sale of government land under the previous government in the Eastern Region. Speaking at the inauguration of the 40-member board at the Eastern Regional Coordinating Council, the Deputy Minister of Land and Natural Resources, Yusuf Sulemana, challenged the board to reclaim all sold government land to restore sanity to the Commission.
I know that Eastern region here, a lot of lands were sold. I can tell you where some of those lands are located. And even when the government gave a directive that all the sale of government lands and the process of government lands should come to a halt, some signing of documents were still going on in this region. That must stop. And so I'm challenging the chairman and the members of this board to investigate that and to ensure that all land that was sold without value for money are reclaimed. And this is the time to reset Ghana. And we mean business. And we are going to ensure that what belongs to Ghanaians doesn't go to the benefit of very few people.
Yusuf Sulemana is Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. And that's it for today's edition of the City Prime News, which has been live from our studios in Adabraka in Accra. Please log on to citynewsroom.com for more stories. I am Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Have a great afternoon.
City News, we speak first. Reach our hotline on 0302 224959 and get interactive on Facebook, City 97.3 FM, and on Twitter at City 973.
City 97.3. More variety. City 97.3. Accra.
Antenna, you're upon the airwave, spreading love and wisdom for share. Your voice like music, sweet and clear, helping people, wipe away tear. Your chatbot life, all in this strife. Give advice, we are loving life. Your laughter bright, like shining light. Antenna, you make everything right. Pick up yourself, Antenna. Papa Ray says so.
This is Brunch in the City, your smooth companion at work.
Osa, I wanna never beginning to think I don't need another lover. Found you today, I don't wanna go back. I don't want to be with a Casanova. Yes, I, whatever, ever. Forgive if you do the least, I'll find another. Why you want to leave when you know it's you? But there is something about you I need. Maybe I'll wake up with you in my dream. Some Molly shakies, baby. And now I know that I can never love another nigga. You and I forever, baby. This is now or never. Forget the issues, now we come and move with him.
This is City 97.3.
The day wore the brown outfit was when I knew I had fallen. Without you, I don't know if I can breathe again or feel again. I'm worried. Osa, I wanna never begin to think I don't need another lover. Found you today, I don't wanna go back. I don't want to be with a Casanova. Yes, I, whatever, ever. Forgive if you do the least, I'll find another. Why you want to leave when you know it's you? But there is something about you I need. Maybe I'll wake up with you in my dream. Some Molly shakies, baby. Tango body and
know that I want to feel the love and stuff. Now it's a straight up for dance out to the world.
It's been a long time I let somebody hold my body. Though I feel too big, I know I need somebody. The nights getting colder, we're not getting younger. No, I need that back. Oh, I know I feel too larger than life. It's never like never type. You are my type. I know I need somebody who will get me out my head. They got me feel too larger than life. Closer, your body closer. carry your medicine, come be my soldier. Closer, closer.
City 97.3. More variety.
Wanna be the one where go take off your clothes, and when you're ready to collect some loot, I will be waiting